aggro the Razor. Razor's laning phase pretty good. But then it just showed that overall Secret knew what they needed to do. I think if they went normal lanes that game, Bristleback not farmed, that would have been a lot of problems.
Yeah, Kazu saves the day with his farming, definitely doing the damage. And now we can actually give you an update. It does just sound like the Dota servers were playing games with us, but they are getting ready for that draft. And you said the first phase is what you want, Ben. That's what you're after. Keep your eyes on that first phase draft and see if they, I mean, can they really target Yapsa anymore? I feel like a change of strategy, perhaps.
Try to focus more on themselves, though, probably.
Which is what, I mean, that's what OP said they want to do, right? Don't think too much about their opponents.
But then again, like looking back at the game, I think the way they approached the game and everything is fine. It was just mainly the execution. I think the execution was the part that let them down way too much.
IG trying to replicate some of their recent success in a patch that does not favor them. And now they stand 0-1. Secret. Oh, that's cool. Oh, ho, ho. The score on the doors, or on the floor, would make more sense. Okay.
Have you been inside, Alex?
I need to go have a walk, I think.
It is very nice.
Yeah. I mean, what's annoying is you can't hear the crowd until you get to the casters, because I tell you what, they don't stop making noise.
You can hear them stomping.
Reserve time.
When like IG or Secret have a big team fight.
You can
like
hear
a stolen chrono, yeah, I heard them stomping when there was a stolen ultimate.
Damn. It's not long then until we get into this one. Secret though, oh, looks like we're gonna...
Okay, first pick Clockwork, Secret has Clockwork. That's all we need to know.
It's good to pick your poison, I guess. That's the one they're going to go with.
They banned Bristol instead.
Oh, Bristol boss gone.
Yeah.
I think we're kind of at that point where you have to consider it.
Yep.
It is such a nuisance. Every game it's being picked in, it's being effective. It's just can't be shut down. Seems to be the biggest problem with the hero.
I mean, like, even if you get a Silver Age, he has a lot of like items that make up for it, like the Solar Crest, the helmet.
The Epic Rubik?
Huh?
Versus the Clockwork. I just don't see it on Boboka very often.
No, it should be Q's hero, I believe. It could be Q's hero.
Yeah, the Chinese teams prefer to play it like on their 5, yeah.
But they are the ones saying, oh, we should focus on our own style. And right now they are really adapting towards their enemies. Feeling
it was a bluff.
Yep, it was a bluff. Feeling the need to do it.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's good against Clockwork. That's gonna be there for them. You're gonna be able to deal with him very well in the lanes because you can leave him out of the power cogs to kill him.
Reserve time.
Still not very convinced with the first phase Rubik. It sort of tells the enemy that they're actually thinking that my hero was a problem, which
Well, I mean, this is basically what we've seen already is a compliment towards, I presume, Yapso and Kezu, right? Bristle gone, first pick.
But this is what we see time and time again in this event. The 4 support heroes most likely picked up in the first phase. One of them could be the offlaner, which doesn't show a lot.
Team Secrets turn to ban.
They ban out the Shadowfiend. Shadowfiend Clockwork. Don't want to deal with that.
Stalwart face.
Might need to consider Invoker ban too.
They banned it last time, right?
Seconds remaining.
Don't recall.
Yeah.
But problematic with the Clockwork.
No, do excuse me, was not banned last time.
I mean, but right now it's like more of like what plans do they want to go for? Because we had a similar situation. Was it the OG series where both sides picked up like 4 heroes, and I mentioned no one wants to pick first in this kind of situation. Because when you pick first, it just gives the enemy like more heroes. But you don't have a choice. That's the sequence right now. The team that picks first, you're gonna have the last pick later, but you have to show something first here, which is not very easy. It's very, very difficult to find a hero because you're not going to pick to counter the enemy. They're most likely going to have 2 supports. You're going to be picking something just to fit into your strat.
This is so the next both ban and pick will kind of determine exactly what the strat will be, or at least give us a hint.
The next pick, more or less, because when you have 3 heroes, more or less you have something cemented into your lineup, and you have to play around it. So they do ban out the Jug for Secret, removing the good laners. Rubik Juggernaut could be, if they were to run the Clockwork in off-lane position, it could be very problematic for him in the lane, and it also is a hero that IG likes to run a lot. because of how they play. More like very 5-man. They like the Shadow Fiend, DP, Juggernaut lineups. They group up, they push your towers. That's what basically IG did the last game, but it wasn't so successful.
Kunkka.
Team secrets.
Previously, we saw IG ban that in the second phase, and they've done it again.
Yep, I think that ban might have already given away that the Sand King will be very likely their support. Because if they're still considering that the Sand King would be a flexible option, they might have still wanted to pick the Kunkka with their lineup.
5 seconds.
But that ban that tells, I mean, it's not 100% for sure, but it might be an indication that the Sand King would be already cemented as a support position. And Secret goes back for the DP, goes for the DP ban. Like I said, the push strats, the group up and fight. That's what IG are really good at.
So have to see what are the kind of, I guess, alternative picks for
DK.
that play style.
If you want to push Dragon Knight.
Maybe less their style, though, is the thing. They've been going Shadow Fiend mostly, but they banned that themselves. So as far as OP heroes go, so you can see Lina, the big one that is IG's most picked hero in the last 3 months, and saying he used to play all the time.
Yep, that hero was like enough in a few departments that caused the hero to be not so popular anymore. And usually they like the hero with CM a lot as well.
They like it with Lifestealer a lot too.
So they go back for like their standard like safe laner that's very solid in the lane, doesn't need too much help. But against Clockwork though, I'm not sure how to put this, but Clockwork can be a problem for Lifestealer because you get to stun him through the rage and you get to kite him with the cogs, you trap him in the cogs. So that could be problematic for the Lifestealer. Doesn't give away too much though because it's like a solid.
It's the least revealing pick.
Yeah, they went for a very just general hero that doesn't tell too much of their strat. And right now, Secret, are they going to react and pick like maybe something that can counter the Lifestealer, like someone to kite him around?
Members of the crowd,
maybe.
There's a lot of carries that can match up well against him that MP plays.
Ursa, right?
Ursa, Weaver, Lycan.
Weaver is really good against Lifestealer.
Even Lycan, I think, is.
But then
I don't like Weaver's Rubik.
Yeah, you pick Weaver, you are giving Rubik more tools in the game. But then again, it's really good against Lifestealer.
How much of your draft can you base around being worried about Rubik stealing a spell, though?
Only a few. I think like Enigma, Weaver are the ones that are like
some of
it
you really do, because when we talk about Rubik as a hero, we always talk about you pick Rubik into a good situation. You don't just pick a Rubik. But what's happening right now is they're just picking the Rubik. Yeah. So you try not to let the Rubik become a very influential.
But do you want it to influence your draft that much?
That's actually a very good question. You probably don't want to. You don't want to just think about, oh, if I
like
pick...
every time you're having a discussion, it goes, but Rubik. You know, that could be...
It's not as limiting as Nyx, though.
Yeah, not as limiting as Nyx. Because sometimes you still want to pick the hero because the hero is really good with your lineup, really good against their heroes, but it's just bad against the Rubik.
Understood.
10 seconds remaining.
But we are at like the same junction as the OG game when both sides open up double supports and both the teams took a long time to pick the third hero. They went for the Darkseer, which is quite good against the Lifestealer later because you have the Surge to run around. In the lane, I think decent, not bad. Lifestealer can still do well when he gets levels in Feast. But early on the game should be okay for Darkseer because the lane is not that strong. Rubik, Lifestealer, if those two are the only heroes in the lane, Darkseer should be able to get a lot out of that. They're going to have to get the Sand King down there, I think, with this Darkseer pick. They're sort of like forcing IG to have 3 heroes on the safe lane, so not allowing bo3 to roam too much.
Now there's more heroes open for OP, because now Secret can't sneak in a Nyx into their lineup at all, because you have both supports and the offlaner, so you can go for like your normal like Ember, Storm, maybe even might be a better pick with a Lifestealer in the game. You're not so worried about that anymore.
10 seconds.
But you definitely want like a vehicle for a Lifestealer if you can. I mean, they do have the Sand King. Sand King is a dagger hero. Oh,
this is classic IG Slaughter Lifestealer.
So the Sand King is promoted, right? It should. I mean, technically it could be both ways. The Sand King could be support or the Slaughter.
Where would you prefer to see the Sand King?
Probably the Sand. I think probably the Sand King.
I say you just wait until they pick their carry.
Yeah.
If it's a carry you can pressure a lot, just put it Sand King there.
But generally, I think if you talk about as a support role, Slaughter as a 4. Probably can get more done at the start with the sprint. And that's a reaction, right? Just towards the starter.
Yeah, the recent times they picked and played the Slaughter has been with Baboka on it in the 4th position role as well.
So, Sanking and Sven, do you like that matchup, Ben?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good for Sanking.
Remaining.
Especially looking at the supports. I think like Sanking is not as vulnerable to Clockwork because you can just burrow strike out.
Yeah, both lineups, their carries are gonna get some form of pressure from the enemy offlaners. And IG choosing to remove the Ember Spirit because of the Darkseer kind of lineup. It's really good with the Ember Spirit. They're taking that away.
Even though there's a Clockwork, would you consider the OP Tinker this game?
Remaining.
Or because of it, do you think you just don't want to go that way?
I would like more physical because of the Slaughter, or something more mobile.
But don't you want to just don't you want to just
both.
build magic? Yeah, like have a balance or build some magic. I actually I like the Tinker. Not bad. Against the even though there's a Clockwork.
Have we seen a Tinker yet? I don't think we have.
I
think OP played one game.
He did? Okay.
Yeah. It was one IG game.
They banned out the Razor, which is kind of a good hero against the Sven.
I prefer Lina or Storm.
Yeah, Lina. I'm definitely on board with the Lina.
I actually like Lina more because Slaughter and Lina, like Lina has magic and physical. And at the same time, we talk about the importance of having a magic hero. But Lina is also able to use the corrosive haze from the Slaughter to do mass physical damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's the Dragon Knight from Secret, not from IG.
All high armor heroes that aren't. I think at this point you definitely want to go magic damage.
You need magic. Like
Tinker's back on the menu.
Tinker, like
back on the menu.
It's not an easy Tinker game, but it's like a good game to have Tinker against those heroes.
Even Lina is quite good because of the lane. You can dominate the Dragon Knight in the lane.
5 seconds.
I like both of the options. Yeah. Maybe a little bit towards more to never mind.
Magic damage.
That's pure damage.
Whew. OD arrives late to the party in the draft.
It looks pretty good still. That hero.
I'm looking at you, Winter.
But very hard to say who I prefer.
I think it's more even of a draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Secret's better.
Okay, so let's not...
Logically, we should pick Secret.
Logic. Okay.
Logically.
So predict with your brain, not your heart.
Brain says Secret, but
it's Burning Lifestealer.
It's Burning Lifestealer.
Yeah, that's one of his classics. I'm not sure how OP is going to do on the OD. That's a hero I haven't seen him play too much on, so yeah, I'm going to go with Secret in game 2.
I believe in Baboka. I'm with IG.
I'm also not very sure with the not the hero, but the player hero combination. So I'm going with Secret.
Okay, is that Rubik made you a little upset?
That too, so I'm going with the Secret.
Okay, 2 for Secret, 1 for IG. Ben wants to see a third, and I'm sure you guys at home wouldn't mind either. Our casters certainly wouldn't. They're about to raise the decibel levels in the arena as we jump into our second series of our first day here for the playoffs. Let's see if we can see a third as Secret battle IG.
Well, we could definitely try to raise the decibels in the arena machine. I don't know if I'm going to succeed or not.
Don't think so. We're getting a lot of rumbling going on over here from the stage.
But it's wonderful. It's like your ass is being massaged by Dota noises. It's a terrific feeling in this auditorium. Can't wait to get to this game. This time around, the panel is not all one side or the other. Yep. Ben decided to split it down the middle. How do you feel, man?
The OD pick could work out. I think that they were lacking some damage until they had that one. I think Parker made a really good point, though. I really haven't seen OP play a whole lot of OD. So, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I think the drafts are a lot more even this time around. I'd maybe give a slight edge to Secret.
Yeah. OP's going to play this more patient style. Like, we've seen him with his Tinkers, his controls of the entire map kind of stuff. Like, I'm wondering if he can do that in this series. So, having that OD Lifestealer and SKS Slaughter have become the big frontliners and extend this fight a long way. And I'm wondering if they're even capable of doing that. Team Secret have one of the classic combinations, the Darkseer as well as the Sven. You pull them all into one big Storm Bolt, it takes 2 swings, and Echo Saber makes that very quick. You can find a kill, and YabSaw's at it again. She's just breaking smoke. He's also got a fantastic lineup here. Having a Darkseer Iron Shell, even more harassed in the lane.
How does he just do that? How does YabSaw just walk there?
And then back off without vision?
Did he just expect this kind of smoke to come out there? That was...
I don't know.
He got the vision of them for a second, but there's the place that he went to go scout them. Like, okay, well, he just... IG had a plan to try to get like a first blood and try to secure themselves this... looks like they're going for aggro this time around.
This man.
You hear this crowd?
Yeah. See, we were having a debate about this. Just like, so who's the crowd going to get behind when it comes to Team Secret? And there was a lot of cheers for Puppey when they first came out. And you were like, man, they're going to get behind YapzOr. This guy's an amazing player. Oh, okay. Hello. MP, Trouble, the Bolt, actually catching bo3. He's actually dropping down low. MP should be fine, but no, the Burrow strike from XSS. bo3, the last attack from Puppey will reach it. MP, so low on life, the regeneration is not enough from the Tango. The last attack from Q is able to connect, but XSS nowhere else to go apart from one Burrow strike through Puppey. It's a bloodbath for the bounty rune on the top. I don't even care who took it at the start. YapzOr, has he got another battery assault? 6 seconds away from having it, picking him up, throwing him back in towards Puppey, and they will let this go for now. Who even got that rune? I don't know. It was 3 to IG, OP, XSS took the rune.
XSS got it, yeah.
GG, boys.
Secret is more focused on the kills.
Yep.
That battery assault, Clockwork, actually taking like 0 damage in that entire engagement. They've really focused heavily on MP, but having Stout Shield, maybe he could have survived if he tried to salve or something while he was running away from that last hit.
Yeah.
But he probably wanted to just keep it for the lane as well, but yeah.
Just TP back in, keep the regeneration, 1 Tango committal, okay.
Still seems pretty good for Secret. Getting that extra surge of experience on Puppey, on the Crystal Maiden, is very important. He's going to hit level 2 right after he finishes this one camp, and then it makes everything a lot harder for IG. The Crystal Maiden aura of this game is super important early on because of the Darkseer. Darkseer's gotten some nerfs in a couple recent patches, so his Ion Shell costs a lot more. So having that early on, it will be very nice for
I'm wondering if they're willing to sacrifice those resources. Like, yeah, you're having Slaughter rotate over, but you're going to have to go very deep inside the Dire Jungle to find Puppey.
Yeah.
And even if you do catch him there, he could just rotate down to the bottom lane, and that's probably going to be the first rotation, the real one from Team Secret anyway, because YapzOr will go down once Darkseer has extra levels in his Iron Shell. Yeah. Then he's actually more potent and has a reason to be there.
Puppey doesn't contribute a whole lot into this lane. Pretty much if Puppey goes toward top lane, he's just going to die. And that's not them. They want him to just get as many levels as possible. They, I think, are already accepting it. And this is something that Secret does a lot of times. We touched on in the last game, is they're going to sack MP. They have to in this game. It's a Clockwork Sven CM lane versus just a Sanking in general. Even though the other heroes are there, it's just the Sanking. Caustic applies too much pressure to those heroes.
And Kezu is going to have to tank this wave pretty heavily. He doesn't have a TP scroll to get back out again, but he wants to get the Soul Ring up and running.
That's fine. It's a fine position for him to go.
He just feels a little weak. Like Slaughter's coming down. He'll run up towards the bounty rune. Just used his surge as well, so as they contest for the bounty rune, they're going to come pretty close, and that's when Slaughter has the opportunity. He has Crush available, hits into Kezu. The Iron Shell's going to burn down bo3 a little bit, and then Kezu, okay, surge back off cooldown. Swipe the rune, and then get out. In fact, he'll take both of the bounty runes as well. This is a very fast leveling Darkseer. And now YapzOr, Cogs, all OP. Stay in the river, bro. You can't get out of this. With a battery assault, he keeps running. Mid one was too busy with the creep wave. Couldn't be involved, but YapzOr does the job. Zones out OP, burns the south. Yeah,
very hard to kill potential for those two heroes to get on top of an OD.
Maybe once the Breathe Fire is up at a higher level, mid one, pick him up, throw him back down again. bo3 coming into, need to body block him, so that Crush is able to connect, but mid one gets up the hill. They can't really guarantee a hit up that hill either. And OP's out of mana, so they couldn't fight there. Instead, now MP fights with Puppey, rotated up towards the top lane. YapzOr, is this man everywhere? I swear this guy is from the old 1990s show, The Sliders. This guy's just moving ahead of time, but XSS plays it beautifully. It won't be enough, however. Even with the Burrow Strike, he's still in range of Puppey's Frostbite.
Great rotations coming out. MP is suffering a bit on the CS department, but with some nice rotations coming out from Puppey.
Kezu needs to get out of here. Q gets the telekinesis grab. Kezu dragged back. Damn, that surge lasts a long time because those early levels. He got 2 points up in it. The port swipe, one more from burning. It's not going to be enough. They go underneath the tower. Kezu actually munching the Tango as well. Won't be enough for that one. YapzOr burns the matter of burning out. Couldn't lock him in with the cogs, however. So Darkseer will fall, but a decent expense for IG. They're now very, very low on mana on the bot lane.
Maybe if YapzOr rotated a little bit sooner, he could have actually thwarted that death from Kezu, but...
Yeah, YapzOr, you should know
maybe
better.
No, I'm saying maybe it was like a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe Kezu thought that he was going to end up living there, so he maybe called for the TP a little bit late, because sometimes that does happen. Like, he's very focused on living himself. He was probably like, oh wait, TP, and then YapzOr was like, oh, oops. I mean, it's a small little mistake. Kezu does die, but
we have to focus that moment to show YapzOr is a mortal, not a god. Maybe a demigod. We'll put him as a demigod.
Can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
You can try. He's doing his best.
But now he can play the bottom lane, so they can work with the Iron Shell. A quick surge from Kezu gets YapzOr into a perfect position to harass down the heroes, but that's where Rubik really comes into his own as well. Can't lock him inside the cogs, so you just have to rely purely on battery assault, because telekinesis just counters the clockwork cogs just so hard.
Mid lane's going incredibly well for mid one. He is actually 30-11 to the 17-7 OD. And that is a OD favored matchup. He even went for double null on the OD, and mid one is still winning that one.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. Of course, there was like a small rotation coming out from the clockwork, but
they're rotating again for him. Like, they push 2 heroes. They're about to come up through the river and gank up towards the mid lane. And that's where it is. bo3 and Q move forward. The telekinesis pick up, thrown back in range of the tower. Allow for the crush. Mid one's got a couple of one charges up his sleeve as well as the breeze fire. Just turns to get as much damage as he can. YapzOr, the cogs block. Mid one, he's going to survive through this. YapzOr is again in the right place. Not only that, he kills off bo3. OP can't attack enough. They can move up to the shrine. Even the Eclipse is committed. Okay, he ain't no demigod. He full-fledged god. This guy's gone Hercules and then has been accepted by Zeus.
Every single time. He's always just in the right place at the right time.
Yep.
Now they're going to get a 3-man shrine going. Mid one trying to get the Invis rune. Gets it. More shrine efficiency. More shrine efficiency.
Yeah, you could put it down as that. Also, Q potentially could have telekinesis, got a couple of hits into him.
Yeah.
But it's a Rubik base damage.
Yeah.
Maybe not the best in the world.
MP catching back up in that top lane, but yeah, mid one with that survivability was perfectly done. Like the breathe fire reduction damage, hitting the 2 heroes, that was appropriate since OD does a little bit more damage because of the pure damage.
He's pretty close to the mid too. They're rotating in, so Pulpy's coming from above and Kezu will come from below. Mid one needs to get the Dragon Tail stun off. You get in range, but now it's up to YapzOr. Frostbite, Cogs control, and YapzOr again involved in all these engagements. The breeze fire from mid one will help secure him the kill. And the much-needed money to get pushing further. Kezu, trouble for him. Surge now comes off cooldown, throws down the Darkseer wall, wants to run away, or maybe he just Iron Shells him, kills off Q. He's able to do so. The crush from bo3, catching out Kezu, but he's still got enough life. He'll back up to the tier 1 tower. And Team Secret, now Team Styling.
Yep, now they're able to pressure mid tower as well. Dragon form is back up. There's a TP coming in from the Rubik. YapzOr's there.
Top of him.
Yep.
Okay, the second Poppy moved up. I think it flagged the fact that YapzOr was there.
They were pinging him before. They actually saw him like cutting into the trees a little bit before they went. But OP now walks up very close.
He was just waiting for it. The Frostbite again sets up. The Cogs pushing back Slaughter. Can't get involved in the fight. OD will fall once more. All of this happening. YapzOr now 4-0-2, involved in 6 out of the 7 kills of Team Secret, and he doesn't even have hookshot yet.
Always in the right place at the right time. Has an urn there too, so now he has his urn charge. He's able to heal up mid one, keep that aggression. And that's a sub 8-minute mid lane tower coming out for them. This OD, we did touch on it a little bit. We were a little bit concerned because I personally don't think I've ever seen an OP play, maybe once or twice, and the rotation's coming out and pressuring him. Dude, he's 1,800 net worth. He's literally getting doubled by mid one.
You can understand the combinations though, like the OD and the Slander is not an old school one. Like you imprison, you sprint in, you get crushed, and then let the damage good times roll. But in this game, it's always been Team Secret in the right place to fight before Invictus Gaming even set anything up. And they have been rotating, they have been looking for it, but you're still trying to gank a DK.
Yep. And not even just that, during all this time while YapzOr is running around making space, MP getting able to secure some of that farm in that top lane, he's got stacks on stacks on stack. It's a quad ancient, as well as these 2 smaller camps stacked up as well. And he's gonna have to, he has the Mask of Madness already finished.
Yeah. This is dangerous for him, and this is why Team Secret maybe now have to defend the top tower. Like, okay, so another tower gets taken by mid one, that's down on bot lane. The aggressive observer is going to watch MP trying to do the stack. He was a little bit late on it. Clockwork. Again, no hook shot for the rocket reveals from YapzOr, so MP can get the bolt off. A quick little throw up. Had to actually stun up Puppy. If he didn't, then it would have been troublesome. But then again, the urn is already up. Q's going to go down. YapzOr now 5-0-2.
He's almost level 6 as well. That's going to be the big one. But yeah, the urn charge right there already paying in dividends twice. Both urn charges he uses. He heals up mid one in the one engagement mid, goes top, gets a kill with the secondary one. Just crisp movement coming out from Secret.
Can't wait to see all the replay analysis that come out from just this series, watching Clockwork's movements from YapzOr, just see how all this is just working so well. Is it IG being pushed out of position? Like,
it's just
why is it so effective this game?
He's just making the perfect moves in this game. They recognized exactly what they needed to do in this game as well. They're just like, we already know we can't really secure MP's lane by being there. The way we're going to secure his lane is by pulling the aggression elsewhere by ganking, and that's exactly what YapzOr has been doing. Same thing with Puppey with their small little rotations that they've done. And Puppey's actually just been jungling a lot of this game too, but that helps his team.
Okay, we should look at the positives for Invictus Gaming now. We do have Sand King rapidly approaching that Blink Dagger.
Yes.
Lifestealer is now able to farm in relative safety next to his own tier 2 tower. I say relative safety because he's about to be ganked again on the bottom lane. Like, they're coming in looking for him. The hook shot's available. So Clockwork is actually mid one as well as Kezu coming down to this bot lane. But yeah, there's things which are going to start to approach now for Invictus Gaming. The jump in initiation from the SK, potentially able to work with the Lifestealer for infest bombs as a delivery system online, and this should allow OD some kind of space. Even though he's not a great catch-up farmer, it should give him some kind of space. But YapzOr, well, he doesn't stop. XSS now blinks in, waiting on the Barrier Strike. The battery assault's making it difficult, but Boka's already gone down. Your Epicenter and your Blink Dagger reveal. If they kill off YapzOr, it's worth it. He's worth so much money at the moment. In fact, they get 406 each for the kill.
They got 309 on Rubik and 239 on Sand King. The 406 each thing, that when that one comes up, it's always weird. Yeah, sometimes it's accurate,
dodgy.
but yeah. Sometimes it's like 5 heroes get kills, and it says they each get 400 gold each. Wait, what?
Kezu's just running at the mid. He gets a 11-minute mech.
Yeah, like you said though.
Here.
The way for them to make space for OP is not to gank him, it's to gank away from him and let him do his own thing. So Armlet finished up on Lifestealer, Blink on top of the Sand King, so they can start making those infest movements if they would like to. The only big issue is that they did lose our 2 tier 1 towers. They lost the mid and they lost bottom. So there's a lot more information for the side of Secret. And Secret they're actually almost ready, they're going to be ready for taking some fights. Like you said, that early mech on the Darkseer, Sven farming a massive Ancient stack.
The screens on the main stage here are frozen. Luckily, we're still moving, so you guys don't have to worry about it. But if you hear it from the crowd, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, the screen actually just turned off and reset. Whoops!
Not for us, though.
Nope, we're good. So here comes YapzOr, the 4-man smoke time. They're going to look for initiation on the back of the hook shot. Mid one, Puppey and Kezu, ready to fight if they can find the opening. And, well, of course, with the creep wave giving him a vision, YapzOr just needs the line. And OP is the bigger target. If they can keep him stunned up, the hook shot for Boka actually going to tank it. He's looking for the crush. He will get it off, but the breathe fire from mid one ensures the kill. And with Dragon Form, they'll pressure the tier 2 tower in mid while they're losing their top tier 1.
I believe it was an Arcane Rune Dragon Form as well, so it's going to be up very soon afterwards. Pretty much no downtime when you use that with Arcane Rune. And he has Midas finished up too on the side of mid one, so he went for a little bit more of a greedy build, but it'll definitely pay off in this.
All right, so Team Secret, this tower trade-off is not going to go fully their way. Fortification was burnt from Invictus Gaming. Burning wants to finish this top tower. No one's coming to fight there. They want Team Secret to fight in the mid lane. The only person who's not there is down on bottom lane, and it's still the free farming Sven. They want him to be completely unstoppable, and in this game, it's likely to be the case. Oh, okay, that TP. YapzOr. Mid one's going to be here. There goes the tower. Burning starts his TP out. Under the cover of Rage, YapzOr has no hook shot to cancel the TP, so it'll be successful.
MP though getting so much space from all this, and like we kind of talked about during the draft, and like the panel kind of said, there's a little bit of lack of damage for him. It's pretty much the OD to get him, if not the Lifestealer, who if he can get over farmed. But MP's already building the solution for the OD and the Lifestealer in one item. He's going for the Rush Halberd right after the Mask of Madness. Incredibly good versus all the heroes on the side of IG besides the Sand King.
Well, the only person who wants to buy an MKB is later on is going to be the Lifestealer.
Yeah, much later on, like not for a very, very long time.
Well, gank time, YapzOr, they jumped over him and then back into him. Kezu can actually save him with the mech, the vac wall. YapzOr trying to get outside the cogs. The one charge will not be enough to keep him alive, however. They can start farming illusions now if they want to.
Yeah, they really didn't expect that move coming out. They had a ward down behind the tower, so it's just a very good smoke coming out from IG. And Secret's just playing a little bit more of like this greedy kind of just farming lineup with the Sven. And DK going Midas. They're not looking to pressure entirely, completely all over the place. But that being said, Puppy, MP, set up bottom.
Do we have that jump yet? MP, okay, he just walks into it. A freezing field and bo3 will go down. Downside about MP is the fact he has to walk into the fights. Upside is, he's farmed as hell.
Yep, and this is a double efficiency right here. He just used God Strength to get a kill, and now he's walking toward another Ancient stack. How lovely.
Ah, more money. If he farms it up fast enough, he can do it again. Like it respawns in 6 seconds time.
He might be able to. No.
He's too late. He's going to be actually blocking the camp himself now.
He's just shy of it. It's okay. He gets a lot of, that's a lot of just efficiency coming out from Secret. Now they're making their way toward the bottom lane. Dragon Form is back online. Level 12 on him. He's getting close to Armlet on mid one. And it's time to pressure tier 2.
Yep. Easy to force down the lane. Catapult wave comes on the next one, but it doesn't matter when you got the Dragon Form already going.
Another thing in hindsight that we didn't really touch on is the lineup of IG does not have good D-push. If this DK gets on your tower, it's just Rubik Fade Ball pretty much to actually defend it. Sure, they have like Epicenter, but that's not outspam. That's just a full team fight committal.
Yep.
So this tower is just straight up dead, and IG accepts it completely. They're like, we need to have Slardar Blink Dagger to really take these fights and these engagements properly.
I'm so certain that's going to be enough. Like, you jump in, if he doesn't start with the amplification, you don't have that bonus.
Yeah.
And even if you do, the DK's got innately like high amounts of armor, then Warcry is going to add on top of it, and then you've got the regeneration to come in from the mech. There's a lot of issues that Invictus Gaming are facing, and they have to try and find the bigger pick, the easier pickoffs. And Epicenter, blink into Burrow Strike, they can take Puppy, is what they can take Puppy. They will take Puppy. XSS now has to run away. Kezu, there's more rotation coming up from the south. The hook shot from Yapsor into the middle of the fight. Q had to throw him back the other side of the cogs, and XSS waits it out inside the cogs. Now Burrow Strikes up a little bit further and up towards its own ancient area. A fast TP out, taking no risk with that urn charge that was ticking on him.
You can feel that they're a little bit desperate to get kills, though. You know, they commit a full Epicenter for a Crystal Maiden, even using the Infest as well, but a kill is a kill, especially when you're behind at this point, and forcing reaction is very important. Because they know their heroes don't flash farm nearly as hard as Secrets do at the moment.
Yep.
Secret can like, throw Ion Shells on creep waves. Kezu's invisibly farming MP off the map, farming stacks over and over and over again. They have to get kills on the side of IG to make sure that they can stay in this one.
Do you like the Halberd build coming up from Lifestealer?
He's going for it as well. I think he needs it versus Sven.
Like,
it's such a good build now, honestly. On most of these strength heroes who have evasion talents built in as well, you get that like double evasion gonna kick in at one point. It's just, I mean, Halberd is just super value now at this point on strength.
Just seems problematic when you're also going up against Cleave. Yep, so the smoke hasn't broken on him. He was the closest thanks to the Observer Ward. They do see Q, and Q will just walk into them. That is the wrong dark alley to go down.
And they've got the lane pushing in, but it looks like they might actually just set themselves up for Roche.
Yep. You got God's Strength available, you can do this fairly quickly. Meanwhile, Invictus Gaming, like it's another thing from Team Secret, they know they have by far the superior team fight. The only way Invictus Gaming gets that is if OD can sit there continuously stealing intelligence before the fight begins, then Eclipse will do something. Yeah,
they need double initiation. That's where the Slardar Blink Dagger will kick in. He's getting fairly close to it, as we see, about to have it finished up, but with an Aegis thrown into the midst, it makes it a lot more difficult for IG if they do want to take those type of engagements. Kezu's going for the full pipe as well next, so Sanking's damage is going to be negated a little bit from that one, or a good amount from that one, actually.
Look at OP, just, I need distance. I need a Hurricane Pike, anyone I can find, so I can just steal intelligence from a very safe place.
Yapsor's on the prowl. He probably assumes that bo3's close to Blink. He misses the hook shot, though.
It's a hell of a guess, though. Like, you know he went somewhere in there. Yeah. If he hit it, then it's just like, oh, aren't I amazing?
Yeah. I mean, they've seen bo3 down there farming for the last, like, 2-3 minutes, so they probably were assuming he's going to pick up his Blink Dagger any moment now. So he went for that type of kill, that type of risky move.
It's when you expect some kind of, like, rocket vision first.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on cooldown at the time, but either way.
Good aggressive wards coming out from Secret, spotting out the Rubik, just seeing a lot of the movement coming out from IG, so they kind of know where they want to set up ganks. They're perching themselves up toward top. That being said, IG is now setting up. There's only 3 people top for Secret.
Yeah, Poppy needs to help out. He does have the freezing field available, starts to let it go. Burning wants to kill off Poppy with the Darkseer wall. They're fighting through it. The Meg Charge gives them some life of bo3. And nice crush, only affecting the Crystal Maiden, however, as MP, Warcry is up, ready to fight forward. OP will keep him out of the fight for the moment, and they're still looking to engage. OP is not backing up from this. bo3 kind of wants to jump once more. They force start forward. There's your crush over MP. Mid one will arrive in the fight, but MP takes way too much damage. They commit gets the Eclipse to burn off just the Aegis, however.
Oh, Yapsor hooks this neutral creep right next to him.
Oh,
He was trying to get a grab onto bo3 there. Slight little mistake there coming out for them, but good reactions coming out from IG. Turns out to be pretty even, though.
It seemed like IG could have kept fighting that, however. Like, if they didn't commit the Sandy Eclipse, there was a lot more they could do to fight. It's one of those times when you actually had intelligence stolen for OP.
They were just in fear of the rotations coming in. You know, this fight has taken us a long time to bring this Sven down. The rest of Secret is more than likely coming, and they were. But now,
win this now, get the hell out.
Epicenter's ready.
I don't believe that Observer would actually scout them from where it was. bo3, yep, their smoke's gonna break. Oh, he guesses the wrong camp. There were two, and he gets the other one. 50-50 chance. Observer ward down. Now they see mid one. Fire striking through tree lines. They're able to find KSU underneath the tier 2 tower. Good crush. Darkseid is gone. And with him goes the regeneration of the mech and the team fight control. And he's down for good. 40 seconds for the moment.
Very nice back-to-back movements coming out from IG. That second one taking advantage of the stolen int that they have and the Epicenter being online. They didn't even have to commit Epi, and they get a pretty big kill on KSU, and they get some nice deep aggressive wards to watch whenever or wherever the Sven is farming. MP now, he does have the Blink Dagger. That's going to change the initiations a lot more. Now they have double Blink, DK, and Darkseer initiation as well.
And Team Secret looking to put that into practice. Keeping their lines close. 4 heroes together. You get picked off, but with just one on the side.
Puppy wants to smoke as soon as Darkseer's up. Maybe they want to just do even a 4-man and try to engage with this. It was spotted, though. It was actually spotted by the fresh new ward that IG had placed.
Oh boy.
So they know this is coming. They can actually set this up for a bait. The rocket comes out as well from Yapsor, so they know that they're in the area, very close in this area.
They're not close enough to the dire observer for Team Secret to have any kind of intel to help them. The only one they see is top lane, and that's the lifestealer farming. Okay, they found a target. XSS instantly inside the sandstorm. The frost will slow him down in mid one. Great blink up the river, combining with the storm bolt. XSS will go down. So the smoke does bear fruit. It looked like for a moment it wasn't.
And again, now they're even going to get a tower out of it too. So that was... These smoke ganks from both sides are just proving to be extremely successful. Even though it was... IG seemed to know kind of where they were.
Yeah.
XXS went toward top to try to get some more split push action happening during it, but gets caught out.
Well, both teams playing their cards. I don't think anyone's really in a position where they're going to say we're comfortable in this game. 6,000 gold lead advantage is the way of Team Secret, and they do have the top 2 net worths, but that's great for his men, but you also expect that from his men. Yeah,
especially when you get those amount of stacks that Puppy did leave for him.
Maybe we actually would be expecting more. Like right now he's only got like an 800 gold advantage.
Well, he was put in a very difficult lane though, so it wasn't like a free farming Sven who transferred into the stacks.
True.
Another smoke coming out from IG. This is just back-to-back-to-back smokes from both teams.
The 2 obs wards, that's what actually scattered Team Secret up in their own jungle, but Team Secret back behind their own tier 2 towers, grouped in 3 and 2.
They don't see people farming top lane. They know they have like very deep wards on that side too, so they're definitely expecting this coming out from IG right now. This is the quick-paced games. They don't have Elder Dragon form. They just got Sven Ultimate back up. But they really, Secret really wants their BKBs coming out in the next few minutes, and they're getting pretty close to them on both the DK and the Sven. It's going to make their lives a lot easier versus the Sand King and versus the OD.
I'm wondering if anyone's going to TP towards the top lane. The creep wave is pushing in quite nicely, so all this damage which IG is doing on the bottom lane, Team Secret are ready to fight. And they want to fight.
They're completely under vision.
Yeah, they have to get rid of that Observer ward if this is going to be an engagement. And Puppy doesn't have a sentry ward. In fact, the Courier is going back to base right now, which is where his sentry is.
IG gets out though. Like you said, the other 2 side lanes are pushing in way too hard. They're giving too much information that they're all bottom when that starts happening. Mid one, pressed up very far right now. The rest of his team is coming though behind, and IG will evacuate.
What do you think about the choice of Lotus Orb?
On
Darkseer, I believe he just picked it up.
It's really strong this game versus the Lifestealer. You move open wounds, you move amplified damage as well from the Slardar. I think it's a great pickup here. You can even have some like cool interactions happening with Sand King.
The Barrow.
Yeah, and it's just armor in general. Like having that extra armor on Darkseer gives him so much more survivability. So instead of finishing the pipe, he sees it doesn't seem like the Epicenter is really the big issue that's happening right now. It's just getting jumped on and bursted from the Lifestealer or Slardar.
Well, rotation game seems to be the name of everything, and no one's going to engage for the moment, mainly because everyone's just moving up in one lane. It gets pushed in. Okay, then we switch sides for whoever controls what.
Yep.
And then you have to wait for the next smoke gang. Meanwhile, OP is getting closer towards his own BTs, I believe he's building into. Well, mid one's looking for a little bit of immunity. Up against the OD, obviously you want a BKB at some point, and that's where mid one's headed next.
Yeah, they need these BKBs. This kind of like time period right now is actually pretty okay for Secret, because they are a little bit ahead still. They've got multiple blink initiations as well as IG does, but those BKBs make it super hard for IG to fight. OP actually changed the boot to travel thing into a BKB as well that he wants to go for him.
Okay. Invictus Gaming. Put Burning on the front lines, he can beat the bait. Both teams know they want to fight, but you want the better initiation. YapzOr is the man who kind of throws himself at the enemy, literally, on the back of the hook.
IG knows that Secret was in the vicinity. They threw out a scan, a successful scan.
Oh, it's a good dodge. Maybe wait for next Roshan. It's close to his potential spawn time.
Secret farms just a bit faster, so they're pulling a little bit more ahead in this net worth advantage, just because they have these flash farmers, they have Ion Shell and creep waves to push the lanes in as well. So IG has to respond a bit more than Secret has to IG's pressure.
Secret's movement through the jungle also seems to be a lot faster. Like as you said, it's also like that cleave damage you get from this van. He just moves through camp so quickly.
Yep.
It was the old reason too why you always picked up Mask of Bandits, that quick efficiency farm. XSS
Puppey
blinking up the Burrow Strike. They do reach Puppey. Kezu thinking about helping out. Puppey, Lotus Orb is the thing that's going to try and help him for the moment, but there is no helping that Crystal Maiden. Burning becomes unstoppable with that kill. Actually 6-0 on Burning. Didn't realize his KDA was up so high.
Yeah, he's been doing very well. He's 6 out of 8 of the kills for his team. Secret wants to get their BKBs before the next engagement. That's what that tells me right there. They could have maybe tried to go there. It's not really, it's a pretty bad spot for them to get in a fight, but they have the chance with like the vacuum combo Sven, Blink. But MP probably, one of them probably spoke up and was just like, I actually assume it would be Puppey probably being like, leave me, go get your farm.
There's also the other issue. If they lose that fight so close to Roshan spawning up, they could lose out even bigger. Lose a big team fight, then Aegis the Immortal gets into the hands of Invictus Gaming. They'll be quite happy to then pressure you harder. And then that big combination kill doesn't really combine enough. Like you can kill off one of the cores, fantastic. If he comes back up again, then you got the same problem all over again, but without the combination left. And we're talking about that Vax, Storm Bolt, and then God Strength Cleave.
Yeah. BKB's finished on Sven.
As well as DK.
As well as DK. Perfect timing coming out for both of them.
Yep, just as Roshan's up. A little box turns green above the radar scanner.
Oh yeah, they're definitely just going to smoke up here. Look for a push. Look for a fight. Kezu's pushing out the waves with the Ion Shell. He's actually not in the smoke.
I wonder if they actually go inside the pit. Like, I can understand the fight as well.
Claiming high ground is usually best in those type of situations.
The scan from the dive, they don't see anyone on the right side, so they're happy to move in a little bit more aggressively to get Puppey's ward down. But now Invictus Gaming, they realize the same thing. Infest bomb into bo3, and they smoke up. They are well away from any dive vision, but now no one's farming side lanes. They're out far enough that only the mid lane's going to reveal it, but YapzOr runs in, reveals XSS. They don't find the target just yet. Rocket for more vision. And the rest of IG will show themselves at the tier 2 tower now.
They've got high ground advantage right now for Secret. They just gotta watch out for their clump versus the Slaughter Sand King.
Oh, here they go. They jump in. Mid one starts over on the Sand King, and this Bolt combining with the cleave. So much damage. Burning and bo3 locked inside the cogs of YapzOr. Burning can't go anywhere right now. And Puppey, let it go. This is his territory. Burning can't go anywhere. Triple kill for mid one. All of Invictus Gaming are down. MP wants Roshan. The rest of Invictus Gaming have no buybacks, and mid one's looking for the kill. The attack will fly down, but OP, thanks to the Hurricane Pike, has enough speed to get to the tier 3 tower safely.
Yeah, they're going to probably take that mid tier 2 and claim the rush. So that was also a DD Dragon Knight playing into favor there for Secret. They pretty much got everything that they wanted in that fight. They caught the initiating Sand King before he could even do anything. Slaughter gets a decent crush on 2 or 3 heroes, but they've got mech, they've got the survivability coming out on Secret from that increased armor from Warcry, mech, innate tankiness from the Dragon Knight as well.
Oh boy, IG, a fight like that's going to stick in your brain, especially after you had such a game one where you felt like you had the advantage and it just got taken away from you. This draft's a lot better for him, but Team Secret looking good, and they're one victory away from knocking Invictus Gaming out of Epicenter. So IG, it's time for them. They need some big plays. They need some amazing control. And they need to give OP the space and the fight to do his stuff. He went for the boots of travel instead of finishing the BKB on OP there too. He wasn't really in the fight though because of the way that Secret got the jump. They got the high ground advantage. They had that was a beautiful smoke, great read, great smoke break by Yapzor again. Radiant scan towards the southern side of the dive, but now MP jumps in. That damage, Rubik tries to create the space. It won't be enough. Cost strength, and they're going to do Jack for Q, especially when mid one jumps on top of him. Two heroes down, and it's both the supports, I say both the supports, they may as well be, the initiators and controllers from Invictus Gaming are down. Slaughter, the sole survivor of that group. Looking very scary for IG now. Secret on their way toward the high ground is Glyph is available for IG though. Oh, disarm him. Halbert goes to work, delays a little bit, but mid one with that range done on top of OP. They back and back in the clean. Hook shot as well from Yapzor. OD will fall. It's buyback if you want to hold your mid racks burning. He can't run out of here. Yapzor's body blocking him out, combining up with a freezing field. They just don't have the movement speed. They don't have the life. They don't have a hope. Team Secret are going to take the mid. OD will buy back, but he's got no Slaughter, no life stealer, no friends to really fight with. This is looking like it might actually just be it. The Epicenter, they go in, XSS, but the damage! It's like hitting with feathers. It doesn't do enough. This feels like the last roll of the dice. OP, if he dies here, the intelligence seal is enough. Not with the Asania's clip. They push him around. OP will fall. They're all dead. There's no one left. And GG is the call. Team Secret will 2-0 out Invictus Gaming. That was a very back and forth game with the team fights. It was just like smoke on smoke engagements over and over again. Secret just seeming to get a little bit of better fights at the end of the day though. They pick up their double BKBs at the exact same time and find the perfect team fight. Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. There was a lot of questions about Invictus Gaming coming into this tournament. Of course, winners of DAC, everyone's pegging them saying, are they going to make it to TI? Yep. Are they looking fantastic?